Now, the Jags, they don't have these kinds of problems, okay? In fact, Leonard Fournette is a problem.
Oh.
They do have a QB problem, though. And my man Daniel Jeremiah of NFL Network, he has a solution. He floated this 2 days ago, that if you're Tom Coughlin and David Caldwell, would you make a call to the Giants to ask what it would cost to acquire Eli Manning? Darren, this makes way too much sense to me.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Not for the Giants?
Well, it doesn't. I mean,
one day he's not going to be your quarterback.
Absolutely.
Expedite
so
that
you're
process
basically
and
saying,
get picks to rebuild this thing.
You're basically saying they're going to get a top 5 pick this year. They're going to have the opportunity maybe to get a top 5 pick on their own.
And they get an additional one or more if they flip Eli, who's not going to play forever.
So basically you're scrapping everything. Everything's going to scrap the whole thing down.
Blow it up.
Defense as well?
If you can.
Man, that's a lot of money.
But you have invested a lot of money, so maybe you don't move them. But you need to do something differently on offense, and Eli is not getting any younger, whereas if you're the Jaguars, look at this window of opportunity you have. You got a season in which Andrew Luck is hurt. J.J. Watt is out. Deshaun Watson's not going anywhere, and the Titans don't seem quite ready to take that next step, especially if Mariota continues to get hurt. You're the Jaguars. You're a quarterback away from actually making noise either this year or next year, so get Eli in that system now and give up the picks while you got this defense and that running back.
And listen, it's a win-win for the Jags now. If the Jags were able to acquire Eli Manning and understanding the struggles that they've had with Blake Bortles, of course. I mean, it makes sense for the Jags, but if you're the New York Giants, you still have to hold on to that value of what you have in Eli Manning. It's not like you just want to just get rid of what you would call right now your best player.
Who's he throwing to?
Oh, he's not going to be throwing to any guy right now. Right now, he's not throwing to anybody, but he's still a great asset that you have. This ain't a freebie. Hey, Tom Coughlin, I know you were here. We're just going to go ahead and give Eli. There ain't no favors here in this league.
Matt Ryan definitely hasn't lived up to expectations this year with where you took him. Currently averaging 13.7 fantasy points per game. We Gucci or not, fam?
I'm never going to get used to that. Look, we Gucci on Matt Ryan. Only 2 quarterbacks this season have 240 passing yards and a touchdown in every single game. It's Carson Palmer and Matt Ryan. Yes, has he been the Matt Ryan of last year? No, he hasn't. But next 3 games, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. And then look at the fantasy playoffs in weeks 13 through 16. Saints, Buccaneers, Saints again. Look, if he can't do it this week at home against the Dolphins coming off a bye, then he's going to be not fan. But for the moment, we Gucci with Matt Ryan. Look, here's the thing with Peterson. We don't know for sure that he's completely washed up, right? Yes, obviously, he hasn't looked great, but he had 27 carries in 4 games in New Orleans. Like, not exactly a huge sample size. But what we do have is a large sample size of the Cardinals' running game so far, and it's not pretty. Overall, they're averaging just 2.6 yards per rush as a team. That's worst in the NFL. They're averaging just 1.4 yards per rush before first contact. That's second worst in the NFL. And between the tackles, they're averaging just 1.3 yards per rush. Again, worst in the NFL. And in fact, the one game David Johnson played with the Cardinals this year, he only got 0.8 yards before first contact. Like even if they had like Tecmo Bo Jackson, Arizona's awful offensive line keeps the excitement in check. Now, Adrian Peterson's value goes up, obviously, because he wasn't even playing in New Orleans. At least in Arizona, he's going to get some run. But the best you're hoping for is like a long pass to J.J. Nelson. He's down on the 2, and then Peterson falls into the end zone. He's probably going to get 12 to 15 touches a game, so in the right matchup, I could see him being a flex consideration. And hey, he's now a starting running back in the NFL, certainly worth a flyer. But they're going to be a pass-first team with a bad offensive line, right? That's not changing. So if I'm choosing an Arizona running back, I still prefer Andre Ellington. As for the Saints after this, Alvin Kamara was already running back 18 on the season in points per game, and Mark Ingram running back 29. Now each of them should see 3 to 4 more touches a game with Peterson out of there. Both of them locked in as a top 20 running back the rest of the year. And get this, Kamara still available in 25% of the leagues. Incidentally, 4 of the Saints' final 5 games are indoors. Much more treat than trick in New Orleans.